is right. We can talk about anything you like. Just listen. Take a walk right over to my kitchen. What you wanna do? Come mix it up with the stew. So tell me what you wanna do. Come mix it up with the stew. Yeah, come mix it up with the stew.
Welcome to another wonderful episode of The Stew, and thank you, as always, for tuning in. We're so happy to have you. We, ladies, have a lot to cover today, so you know what? Let's just get right to it, because there are some serious, serious matters afoot, and they absolutely need to be addressed, people. Social media, come on, man. Can we just keep it to social, happy things? What you say, Janae?
Yeah, everything must be happy all the time. But more seriously,
oh man,
guys, come on. These crimes need to not be shared. It shouldn't be happening at all.
Yeah.
But even worse, what type of person are you to share them on social media? It makes no sense. It's senseless. I mean, do you not? I'm sure you weren't raised by a pack of wolves.
I know, right?
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's also sad that people have no regard for other people's lives, because I'm pretty sure you would never want your family member exposed on social media. And especially, you know, we're speaking specifically to a video that was posted online with a young lady being raped or sexually harassed. And I mean, seriously, just the content and the premise of that conversation is very unfortunate and not to be taken lightly. And I'm so sick and tired of living in a generation in a time where people feel like they can just haphazardly share this stuff with no repercussions. And really, it's criminal. So, but please stop it. You know, don't send that to me. I'll block you quick. I don't want no part of it.
It's interesting you say that, because a lot of times people who do this are actually, you know, taken by the law, or somebody will actually report them, and it is a serious offense.
Yeah, it is.
And it should actually be something that, you know, we talk about a lot more often, because these type of things are, I mean, it's because it's online and it's in this social space doesn't make it less of a crime if you share it or say something. I mean, a lot of the acts are actually stopped when people post them on social media. They'll, you know, allude to the fact that, oh, I'm about to do something bad, and you can catch them right there and then.
I mean, but look at the domino effect even, right? We talk about desensitizing a culture.
Yes.
Another issue why you should never do this, because let's just say, okay, we're adult enough and responsible enough to look at this stuff and say this is wrong. But if you're looking at a young adult maybe, or a very young male watching this content, and if it's his usual, then he's very desensitized to content like this. And so we have to be very careful to see how our actions can, again, create those domino effects that do no good to us as a people.
Yeah, I highly agree. It's the issue of just, you know, having a desensitized generation. And I mean, if everyone just think it's okay to post these things, then hey, it's okay to actually, you know, do the act. So anyhow, we're going to switch gears now and talk about something else that's happening here locally. As we all know, Carnival has maintained its original date. Due to that, election has been called for May 10th. And some people out there are absolutely enraged, because it's also the date of something quite historical in our nation. The HMBS Flamingo was attacked on that day, May 10th in 1980. And we had some individuals that lost their lives. There are still family members of those individuals in this day and time who are absolutely outraged that that date was chosen as election date. But as we all know, this entire month of May,
mayhem.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And truly, my only comments on this, as far as this is all concerned, is this is the reason why election dates need to be fixed. The Carnival event perhaps should also be a fixed date. And as we know, we spoke about this recently, the national exams also had to be pushed back. Like, these things, just create a date so that everybody knows XYZ is going to happen at this time, and you just don't touch it.
I mean, even beyond that, if we knew better, and we can then talk about putting in those systems of fixed dates and things like that. But I cannot be outraged with you and for you if I don't even know the repercussions of what this is.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about fallen soldiers, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, around the world, that's something that, you know, no country takes lightly. When they've lost people in battle, which technically this was, you know, there maybe should be a day that we do commemorate, you know,
because I've never heard it or seen it commemorated before.
And it's actually a huge. It actually is. It's a. I mean, it happens every single year, but it's definitely not our Discovery Day when Christopher Columbus came.
And
to
I
the Bahamas.
actually happen to have known about it in recent years because of Keyshawn Monroe, because he actually did an entire mural that was at the Senate. So that's how I got to learn about it in recent times. But before that time, no, it was not something that was taught in school.
So let's focus on educating people and then order. Just order, like you said, my goodness, if it's going to be the same thing all the time, every year, just
fix a date.
Just fix a date.
Fix a date.
It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to planning, it's not our forte. But what we can do definitely is plan out our ride or die, and that is who we choose to be our companion or the person who we're going to take where we need to go. Now tell me, are you girls a ride or die or nah?
I am a ride or die, definitely. I'm there whenever you call me, whenever you need me. Yeah.
Now, are you talking about friendships or relationships with other?
Both. If I'm signing up to be connected to you, I don't know how to fake the funk. So I'm in or out. So ride. I wouldn't say ride or die, but I mean ride or die.
You know what? Here are my thoughts on this, because to be honest with you, I always associated, and I apologize in advance if anyone is offended by this, but I always associated the term with
Beyonce
straight
and
up
Jay-Z.
hood. No, with just hood. With hood life, thug life, anything of that nature. It was just always that sort of understanding that a ride or die chick was somebody that, you know, carried her drugs for her man.
Well, let me tell you, no. Let me tell you, I'm
that went to jail for her man.
No. I'm a responsible ride or die. Now listen now, I'm a ride or die, but I need to make my money. I need my freedom. I ain't going to jail for you now. Don't get it twisted. I'm not about to jump off a cliff for you. If you need me, I got you.
I mean, it's like it's like with everything else, right? I mean, it started off very hoodish. Like, I mean, I'm sure Eve sang about it. I mean, there, you know, it was back in those days.
No, girl.
But like with everything, the term has
evolved,
jumped over the fence.
Exactly.
You say?
It means commitment to me. To me, it means commitment and loyalty. I ain't about to be stupid and be locked up in Fox Hill over no woman, and definitely over no man.
Oh, no,
Forget it.
No woman, especially.
No woman and no man either. Forget it. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I completely agree. I don't think we are the type to want to risk what we have for any kind of ride or die situation.
No.
But definitely, if you know you get caught in a pickle, I will be there to maybe, you know, give you words of encouragement. That's like my ride or die.
That means Shanae fighting for you, buddy.
No, and I'm gonna be there. Like I'm gonna be outside of the cell, you know, on the other side, giving you everything that.
She's like, I'll cheer you on. I will be there to encourage you.
Got a little, you know, loyalty in us to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But anyway, on that same note, ladies, do career women tend to be more lonely?
Oh,
I know, strange transition, right? But
snap.
straight up, are career women more lonely than, say, anyone else?
I think one, it's by choice in some cases, because you look at the usual traits in a quote unquote career woman or an alpha female. You know, generally she has a longer list. She has more requirements and criteria for a mate. So dating is a lot harder for a career woman. I don't think she's more lonely. I think the dating process is annoying as crap. I've missed out on dating experiences because I'm a career woman. and, you know, ruin relationships because of my career being forefront for sure. But I also feel like, man, if you miss out on a certain relationship because of your job, to some extent, it's not the relationship for you. Because I don't believe that a woman has to choose or should have to choose between being a successful career woman and being somebody's wife or girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, just the question itself is like, well, why is it just career women? I mean, there are people who are surrounded by humans all the time.
No, we still live in a misogynistic world and a misogynistic culture that says, how dare a woman even be a career woman? So you must be lonely because you have to choose. So that's what's really
and I think at the end of the day, in
conversation.
our culture specifically, we have a lot of insecure men that just can't really handle. I mean, she could be actually a very... She may not have that long list. She may, you know, in reality, these are the deal breakers. These are the things I expect in a man. And as long as he have that, I'll make it work. But a lot of men can't take the fact that, well, you know, she may have to sacrifice a few hours with him, or she has to, you know, take these trips, and they can't necessarily handle it, and it just doesn't happen. But again, that does not equate to loneliness. It just equates to, you know, finding that person that can accept the balance.
Right, and it is all about choices, indeed.
Let me tell you.
Some people may choose to be on their own or focus on their career for a certain amount of time.
Let me tell you, a lot of men looking for a Beyonce, but they ain't interested in being Jay-Z. And so shut the hell up.
No, not at all. Thanks. Not at all. Well, talking about Jay-Z and moving on to lemonade, I'm feeling like some lemonade.
What's in the fridge?
You know, it's what's in the fridge. But what I was thinking about is, you know, I listened to the whole Lemonade album, and I feel like, you know, like those albums that made you want to feel like you had a broken heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I felt like
I felt broken heart because you had broken heart.
I felt brokenhearted during that whole album, and that was, if I was brokenhearted, that's how I would deal with my broken heart. I'd listen to the entire Lemonade album. So thank you, Beyonce, for giving.
Well, I think she and Adele actually do that pretty well. The both of them, they do that sort of, you know what, you just totally wrecked my life. You broke my heart. Right now, I'm picking up the pieces by listening to this album from front to back and over again.
It's depressing. I'm sorry. I'm never going to subject myself to that.
I hope I said pieces.
You said pizza.
Oh, well.
That was delicious.
Hey,
someone's hungry.
Pieces. We're picking up the pieces.
She's very hungry.
But yeah, no, how else do you get on after a broken heart aside from listening to, you know, a depressing album, perhaps, or an uplifting album? Either way.
What's the question, sorry?
How do you get over a broken heart?
How do you get over a broken heart? There's a few things, honey. First and foremost, I mean, focus on you. Go to the spa. Get your nails done. Like, when you're in a relationship, you always have to think about somebody else. It is actually so relieving to just think about you. What do you want to eat? What do you want to do today? Like,
you know what I've always, you know what I heard recently? I can't even remember if it was a magazine or article or whatever the case, but someone had made a statement that you can always tell when a woman is going through something traumatic in life, especially a breakup.
She cuts her hair?
Right, when she does something drastic with her
so
hair.
judgmental.
Really?
That's so judgmental.
I
wasn't going through nothing when I cut my hair.
I feel, no. I'm gonna have to
I mean, hey, I've been doing this for a minute. Like, what can I say? I mean, ain't nothing to do with no breakup, but
yeah, focus on your mind.
Well, you know,
focus on yourself.
Leslie has been going through some things, and we've been here for her the entire time.
Not at all.
On the other side of the break, we're talking natural hair and what you should do with some natural hair products by a very lovely lady. Our Woman Crush Wednesday is coming right after this. You don't want to miss it. And welcome back to the stew. Today we're talking natural hair. We've got in studio a wonderful Woman Crush Wednesday. Her name is Terrinique Pennerman. She is the CEO and founder of Kurlee Belle Natural Hair Products, distributed in some of the most incredible places, the biggest retail stores. I mean, she has an incredible story to tell us today, so we're going to bring her right out. Welcome, Terrinique Pennerman.
Good morning. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh, you look beautiful as per usual. Hello, welcome.
Yes, good morning. So good to have you.
I mean, goals. You even smell incredible. You smell like, you know how they say you should rub coconut oil on your life, and then it's supposed to like remedy all of the issues of your life. You smell like the best version of coconut oil.
Thank you. That's Kurlee Belle.
Yes. Amen.
Nice.
We like that.
So Kurlee Belle, and I must say your hair is poppin'.
Thank you.
Yes, darling. So all natural
you.
products.
Yes.
No, I mean, there's the list goes on. They say no
parabens, no sulfates, no DEA, no mineral oil, no petroleum.
Wow. So tell us how this all came about.
So Kurlee Belle started when I decided to go natural, and that was about in 2008. I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina at the time, and I couldn't find products that were made from natural ingredients for natural hair, because I had a relaxer, and the relaxers really thinned out my hair, and they gave me like scabs. I don't know if any of you girls have, that's happened to you. So I wanted to go natural because I wanted to grow healthy hair. My mom always would tell me like, oh, your hair was so pretty. I'm so sorry that I relaxed it. So I went into Whole Foods, Earth Fare at the time, and I couldn't find, those were natural stores in Charlotte, I couldn't find products that were made from natural ingredients for our hair.
Yeah.
So I decided to mix my own stuff, because when I was a child, my mom and I'm originally from Abaco. My mom and we would mix our own little like hair treatments, right? So I started mixing like banana, honey, mayo, olive oil, and making my own treatments. And my friends at the time, they were also going natural, so I would let them try it.
Nice.
So one of my friends just said, you should start your own hair care line.
Wow.
Because your hair looks good and it's working for us. Why don't you do that? And that just lit a spark in me. And that's how Kurlee Belle got started.
That is so incredible. Now we understand that your mom passed, but
Yes.
you continued the dream anyway. What was it like for you to kind of chug through that difficult time?
Well, she passed when I was 19. So I started Kurlee Belle when I was about 24. So it was very difficult for me because I was her only child. And, you know, being an only child and the only girl, we were very, very close. So she passed, but she always told me that you are very strong. And I'm like, what is she talking about? But I didn't realize until she passed what she was talking about, the strength that I had in me. So I then went off to university, and I focused on my work and making my mom proud, because I'm like, I'm her only child, right? Yeah. So I have to leave a legacy. So that's kind of what pushed me, you know, to stay strong and to stay focused.
Yeah, and you're quite accomplished. You have your bachelor's, your master's, and I'm certain that all of these helped you to be able to get to this point where you're truly managing your own business. Now, one of the things I'm curious about, obviously we've got products that would cleanse the hair, we've got finishing and styling products. What was the process like really, you know, getting to the point of determining what product would be best for this particular method and on what particular hair type? Because as we all know, us black girls, we got different hair types out there.
We do, yeah.
So what was that like, getting to determine what's going to work with what?
So for me, I was the test dummy, right? I wanted products that said what they did, you know, that said exactly what it did on the label, right? So what I did was I knew how I wanted my hair to feel. Like when I shampooed my hair, I knew that I didn't want it to feel dry and straw-like. I wanted it to feel clean, but moisturized and manageable, right? So I experimented with different ingredients like almond, like shea butter, that helped. And I did a lot of research. So it didn't just like happen overnight, right? So I started in 2008 and we didn't launch until 2013. Wow. So from that time span, I really worked hard on the products because I wanted them to do exactly what they said. In terms of, you know, conditioning. I wanted a conditioner that moisturized and detangled and made my hair softer, because with natural hair it can be like very hard to manage. And I think that that's why a lot of moms relax their little girls' hair.
That's why I'm bald.
Right.
What? Relaxer. I'm just like, cut it off. Cut it off.
Right.
Seriously.
So, because the hair, you know, our hair, it can be somewhat difficult to manage.
Very.
So those were the things that I wanted my hair to do. So that's how I created and mixed the different ingredients to make the hair more manageable.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you have a really handy dandy book here about the different hair types that we can come across, natural hair types, and what's the best way to work with these hair types. Let's talk about one of them in the book and what you recommend. Let's I'm gonna go with
coarse girl. What is coarse?
I'm gonna go with
we don't say
C++.
coarse.
What I know about kinky curly.
Kinky curly.
Let's talk about this.
Because you know you.
No, so the here are the different hair types in the book right now. We've got, so we start with wavy.
Wavy, yeah.
So that is just your kind of like this.
Yeah.
Right? We've got curly, we've got kinky curly, and we have kinky coily.
Yes.
Oh, it's kinky
coily.
Yeah,
Can I
kinky
just
coily.
interject and say here that this is the store-bought version of Kinky Curly.
Kinky curly.
Right.
How do we get this naturally?
Okay.
Yeah. So the kinky curly hair would be, you know, not as wavy or loose as the wavy hair, but it'll be a little tighter. So the curls will form like in ringlets or corkscrew curls.
Right.
Yeah, like your lovely hair that you got. Yeah. So women who have this hair type, they don't really need like a curl defining cream, like how we have a curl defining cream for like twist outs and braid outs to give you that definition, because they naturally have like, you know, a really defined curl pattern.
Yeah.
They would use our almond and shea butter moisturizing shampoo to cleanse the hair and moisturize, and then they would use the Thirsty Curls leave-in conditioner to detangle, and that gives them the style. It styles the hair. So they're more of like a wash and go girl, and conditioners will style for them.
Wow. One thing I love about your website, for example, is you explain all of this. This has the information letting individuals know who have natural hair, how the types of products that they can use and what's best for their hair texture. But before we go, very quickly, let's talk about the fact that you are in Walmart, girl. I don't know if you understand how huge that is.
Yeah,
but
that's huge.
let's talk about how did we take the Bahamian brand Kurlee Belle to someplace like Walmart? How did that happen?
So we got into Walmart because when I started the business, I wanted it to be very informative, right? I wanted for the consumers to see where I started, right? So I started a blog called, it's kurleebelle.blogspot.com. So on that blog, it tells you everything you need to know about natural hair, everything you need to know about transitioning. So then we moved on to, social media, Facebook, Instagram.
And you're doing that well, girl.
And it's crazy, like the power of social media where, smaller businesses are able to compete with larger businesses and they're able to be seen, right? So from growing our social media through Facebook, through Instagram, YouTube, through the blog, that's kind of how we got discovered.
Wow.
With Walmart.
Nice.
Right?
That is amazing, girl. Like, you have to be a part of my tech talk. We've talked about this before, how to use social media to boost your business.
Right.
And I always see a huge social presence for Kurlee Belle online. So congratulations. That is commendable.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It is awesome. Well, we absolutely appreciate you being here. Very quickly, can you let our audience know locally where are some of the places, the distributors that they can get or find Kurlee Belle?
So Kurlee Belle is available in all of the Solomon's Fresh Markets, Harbor Bay, Old Fort Bay, the Solomon Super Center, and all of the Lowe's pharmacies, Harbor Bay, Soldier Road, the Southwest Plaza. So, it's so many other stores. There's Deja Vu, there's Monty's Beauty Supply, There's Dream Girls.
Just all over.
Prescription, yeah, QVS, pharmacy. Yeah, we are in just the beauty supply stores, all the Lowe's pharmacies and all the Solomons.
Good stuff. Well, you cannot miss it, ladies. And if you want to get an idea as to what is best for your natural hair, be sure to check out KurleeBelle.com.
Yes.
All of the information is there on the hair textures and types and what's best for you, what is best for your hair type, and it's all there. All the information is there, and of course you can find Kurlee Belle, as she said, at your local distributors. So thank you so much.
Thank you
for being here. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing more big things happening for Kurlee Belle.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. We'll be back with this too after this break.
Hey guys, you're watching The Stew, and this is your tech tip. It has been speculated for all you iPad lovers that Apple is coming out with a new line of iPads this March. These new sizes include a 7.9 inch, a 9.7 inch, and a 10.5 inch if you're looking for a little more space. And for those of you with the iPhone 7, you'll now be able to get that in a red color. This has been your tech tip. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for tuning in to another wonderful episode of The Stew. Of course, you can always catch us online, ILTV Studios. We're on Facebook, The Stew Daytime. All the episodes that you've missed, they're all there. Be sure to tune in. And thank you, Terrinique Pennerman. It's been such a pleasure and an honor to have you in studio with us today as a naturalista. Yes, it's underneath there. Okay, I'm growing it out. It was such an honor to actually speak with her and find out more about her products. So thank you once again. And ladies, I don't know about y'all, but I loved our girl chat this morning. Yes. It was fabulous.
Do you? It's
you don't
okay.
have to be only listening to Beyonce and Adele albums.
Goes on. Do
Pick
the
up
things.
the pieces.
Yes. Or the pizza. Or the pizza. Pick up the pizza.
Hey,
Pick up
if
the
you
pizza
want to do
if
that
that's
too.
what you're into.
Pizza girl.
Yeah.
Do you?
And the lemonade's still in the fridge, darling.
Yes.
We've got more stew for you coming up later this week. Be sure to tune in. BTC Flow 112 and Cable 224. We'll see you next time.
When the vibe is right, we can talk about anything you like. Just listen. Take a walk right over to my kitchen.